Peoples, what's going on? I am Finesse, and this is the 2024 FTR R Carbon. All right, as you can tell, this is not your typical FTR R Carbon. This is a collaboration vehicle with 100% and Indian Motorcycle, and they did an absolutely fantastic job. So, November 7th, Indian Motorcycle released their 2024 lineup, and one of the stars of that lineup was this model of motorcycle. The other was the Indian Challenger Elite, and this is no different than that bike. It has a striking look to it, very handsome looking bike. And as we go over the bike, I'm going to show you all the little details here and there. All right. Now, just like the Elite series, this FTR is in a limited run. They're only doing 400 of these motorcycles. This happens to be number 174 out of 400. And what sets these bikes apart is obviously going to be the bodywork. It's also going to be the paint scheme that comes along with it, as well as some of the other parts and things on this bike that make it stand out from the other models in the lineup. Even the R Carbon, this has different options than what you get on the R Carbon. All right. So what we're going to do is, just like I promise you guys all the time, man, we're going to dive into this bike. We're going to go over it from front to back, and we're going to talk about everything that you get with this FTR R Carbon and 100% collaboration. All right, so as I alluded to earlier, this is a R Carbon variant, but you might be asking yourself, well, okay, well, if it's an R Carbon variant, then what makes it different than the R Carbon? So just so happens there's a 2023 R Carbon that's here, and I'll show you guys that bike, and then we're going to come back to this one and go over some of those differences. All right. So if you're looking at the R Carbon as it is right now, right, you have your plate there with the R Carbon. It's in a bronze, and I guess it's just got like a carbon fiber bronze look to it, which looks really good. You get a carbon fiber headlight surround. You get this front fender. You have some Öhlins shocks in the front. You still get your trellis frame, and then you also have your Öhlins monoshock here in the rear with the piggyback. You get some high mount exhaust, and these are not the upgraded high mount exhaust. These are the high mount exhaust that actually come with the bike, and they do have upgrades through Indian Motorcycle, as well as other vendors, but this is what you get in its original configuration. And you get little detail pieces here and around. You get some of that more of this, the detail here. Now that's not carbon fiber, that's just a plastic piece that has like a carbon fiber look to it, like if you're looking at it from a distance. Moving on around, you see here on the other side. So really and truly, if this new FTR R Carbon did not exist, you could probably look at that and just be, okay, well, man, R Carbon, you're getting all the fairing pieces are going to be in carbon fiber, good to go. All right, but after looking at this 100% and looking at this one, man, wow. All right, so on the R Carbon, you're getting your 4-inch ride command. So this is going to be the standard ride command moving forward for these bikes, as well as some of the other non-touring bikes. They used to have a square or a squircle looking display that was up here, but they've since changed to this style. And I think this looks better. Not only that, you're going to be you know, you're adding familiarity between the brands. Everything is going to look similar and like. So, you know, you don't have to worry about having a different interface. Everything's all uniform now. All right. All right. So, for the R Carbon, you get these silver wheels, which you also find on some of the other models. This here is just the, this is an FTR Sport. All right. So between the Sport and the R Carbon, you can kind of see where some of those differences lie with the different types of suspension, as well as some of the carbon fiber body pieces. Enough of that with those. Let's head over to the 100% FTR and check this bike out. All right. So this has a blue carbon fiber to it, and it just looks really good. We're indoors right now, so you know if this was actual sunlight, it looks a little bit different. It looks like there's a fade at the end of the fender, but that's going to be that way because the way the carbon fiber weave. Now this is actual carbon fiber. This isn't like some kind of sticker or you know, that vinyl cover or whatever. This is actual carbon fiber. So you're going to get that fade effect when you're looking directly at it. And then as some of the other angles and things start to break off and move around the bike, you're going to see more of that fade effect, which I think is really, really cool. Of course, you're going to get your LED headlight as well as turn signals, both front and rear. Moving around here, you get a nice looking cap for your radiator. This is a liquid cooled engine, and it puts out 120 horsepower. These bikes are very, very peppy, all right? And if you look here, you have your 100% an Indian motorcycle right here on the tank. If you move up here to the top here, you can see where they've added the numbering. So like I said, it's 174 out of 400. You have your Indian motorcycle FTR 1200. This has a texture to it. And then you have your 100% under that, which is into the console itself. And then you get a little design with a nice little highlight that goes around it. It kind of makes it stand out. All right. You're getting more of this carbon fiber treatment in here. And this carbon fiber just looks good. All right. Now, if you're looking at the frame, it's still the trellis frame, but this frame is white. But right here, you're getting more carbon fiber treatment. So on the FTR, the R Carbon does not have these carbon fiber pieces. These are just the plastic pieces with some of that carbon fiber texture look to it. All right. And if you look at it, the weave on this carbon fiber changes from your normal carbon fiber to a checkered pattern, almost like a flag, like the race flag pattern. And you'll see that go throughout, right? Because when you come down here, it's some of the same thing. You get some of that tightly weaved carbon fiber, and then you get that flag pattern that's all on up at the top here as well. So really neat detail. Looks really cool when you're looking at it here in person, man. Like it's just a really good looking bike here. Of course, you have your rear sets there. You have your sight gauge for your oil. Moving back, you do get the Akrapovic exhaust. Now, I'm not sure if the other ones are Akrapovic exhaust. I want to say they are, but they don't have, like this is a different level. Either that or they just look like it. But these are the actual Akrapovic exhaust, which is an option on the other FTR models. On this one, you actually get the Akrapovic exhaust, and you got another badge down here. That is a metal tin of some type, and it just has a carbon fiber print on it. So that's not actual carbon fiber, but it does look good. Coming back to the swing arm. So the swing arm here is black. I mean, I can understand why they would keep that black because, you know, you'd be slinging dirt and mud and everything else around there. So it'd just get dirty quicker. But here you've got your Öhlins shock here in the rear. You got Öhlins with the Indian motorcycle stamped on it. It's designed for Indian. It's nice. All right, moving on around. You do get a set of special rims. And then they have this little highlight on there that says 100% Indian motorcycle. So whenever you see 100% and then the X Indian motorcycle, that's just like it's like saying and or whatever. You see a lot of that in marketing and those types of things. And all that means is just that it's a collaboration, or it's like you can just substitute that in for the and. I guess the and symbol is too much to put in there or something. I don't know. But you know, there you go, 100% Indian motorcycle. So it's really cool. It looks quite interesting when the wheel is rolling, and these are black instead of the gray that's on the rest of them. So you get a little bit of extra pop there. And I almost forgot here the chin spoiler down here at the bottom. You also get 100% FTR 1200 Special Edition, and then some more branding for this motorcycle. All right, moving on around to the tail section. Here you can see 100% Indian Motorcycle Öhlins and Arkapovic. These are all the manufacturers that put in on this motorcycle to give it that unique look. Coming back here, you got the tail light. Now, this tail light we saw on Indian Motorcycle's Instagram post when they were teasing it, and it looks really good. Gives you you get that outline, and then when you hit the brakes, you know, the interior part lights up. But the Indian Motorcycle logo here at the bottom, that lights up, so it looks really good. Has a unique look to it. I like the way that looks. Around to the other side, so you do have a carbon fiber chain guard. Really nice detail here. You got more of that race flag look on the carbon fiber. Looks really good, nice and clean. All the edges are nicely done. There's no fraying. Everything is nice and neat. All right, coming around on this side, you have another carbon fiber piece here, as well as your another carbon fiber piece here around the front end of the chain. And you get, like I said, you get more of that flag pattern that's in there. I know it's dark on this side. Yep, you get more of that flag pattern coming around. And then looking here at the controls, like I said, this is the new way that they're going to be doing the ride command systems for these motorcycles. You're getting a 4-inch ride command display. I want to say you have Sport, Standard, and Rain, I believe, on this. I'll have to look it up. You get a USB port down here. These are, I want to say these are the Pro Taper handlebars. You get like a race flag here on the handlebar with your bar ends. And then you have cruise control. You have some function buttons for your screen. This here as well is like a page button. So you can cycle through. You have your turn signal and your hazard. You have your horn over here. You have your start run. And then you also get, this is to cycle through some of the menus as well. Over here you got your flash and your high beams. And then, you know, you get your mirrors. Look at this, you get black controls. That's awesome. I'm pretty sure that's a standard FTR thing because I'm looking at the FTRs and they all have black controls. But yeah, it just blends in with the rest of the scenery. Up here you have a Brembo brake logo, because of course you have Brembo brakes on this motorcycle. Okay, saying Brembo brakes a bunch of times is difficult. All right, guys, so this was the Indian Motorcycle 100% FTR 1200R Carbon collaboration vehicle. That was a lot right there. And of course, with the launch of the vehicle and the collaboration, Indian Motorcycle and 100% put out a few clothing items. This hat is really neat. And then they also have this hoodie, along with a few other items that you can find in the store. Lately, Indian Motorcycle has been doing a real nice job with their clothing line, with some of the other collections and things that they have going on. But outside of that, man, this is a really nice looking bike. Obviously, if I could take you guys on a test ride, I would. But this being, you know, a brand new bike and it being a special a special bike, we're not going to be able to do that. However, if I ever get the opportunity to get one of these out on the road or on a course or whatever the case may be, of course I'll bring you guys that information. I have been on one of these before, and if you've been on a cafe style motorcycle or a naked style motorcycle, this is going to fit right into what you're comfortable with. These bikes are wheelie machines. They are really, really, really powerful. They have a lot. I mean, like it's just a fun experience. I know for most people, the seat height is kind of tall on these, but you know, everything can be done, right? Anything can be done with modification. But either way, let me know what you guys think about this bike. Were you looking forward to this bike? Did you pick up one of these bikes? I'm really curious to know. And looking around at the dealerships through the internet, I've seen that the 2024 models are arriving in the showrooms. This being one of them, my Elite, or well, Miss Finesse's Elite being another one. But definitely get out there, look at these bikes, and check them out, man. All right, so that's gonna do it for now. So like I say all the time, man, ride every day, and most importantly, make sure you're enjoying it. Peace.